Thank you.
My question is, how did you get started in your musical career?
Okay, I've been singing since I was a kid, but about maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I came home. I went up north with my mom. I went to the beach, and there was a guy on the beach with a guitar. And so my mom was like, go sing with him. You know, you never know. Just go sing with him. And so I asked, okay, hi, do you know the chords to Put Your Records On by Corinne Bailey Ray? You know, the three little birds have a home window. So he did, and we started jamming, and my mom filmed it. She uploaded it to Facebook. And from there, it went, I mean, a few producers in LA came across that video and asked her if I could come to LA to record some demos. So that's how it started, from Facebook.
Okay. But now that you're here in town, doesn't mean to say that you're embarking on a career also in the Philippines.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, been back and forth. It's just so happened that I'm home now for my single release, and I thought, why not make it a big thing and, show the American market that, there are competitors in the Philippines, and there is a lot of talent here. So I just wanted to show that crossover between the U.S. and the U.S. and the Philippine market.
You come from a family of singers and also performers, no? Like it or not, you will be compared to the likes of your cousins like Chris De Yonko and your great grandma Arvida Sigurreina, and also other theatrical artists like Rafa. What can you say about that?
I mean, I feel like it's a given, but I absolutely respect and love what they do, and they paved such a way for themselves, and it's something that I can look up to and learn from as well. But a lot of them have classical and musical theater training. I do too, but in terms of my own artist project, it's very R&B pop. So I think it's very different genres, but I can also learn a lot from them.
And how do you support your musical career?
I mean, my family is very supportive. We're very supportive of one another. And, whenever I see them, we'll catch up, we'll talk about, what they've been up to, what I've been up to. And they just always like to, they like to hear, the things that I've been up to and seeing what, I've achieved over in the US.
Are you also open to acting offers?
Acting?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. I grew up doing repertory here, and I also went to school in the UK for acting.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you po. Grabe no, kahit na you come from of course, a very prominent family, we can see how she answers, very humble, very grounded pa rin talaga. Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Pilar Cabello.
Hi.
Tiana, question for this. Was it deliberate that you chose to be a musician rather than follow the footsteps of your mom or your grandpa in politics?
Oh, I think my mom just knew that I was gonna be performing, because at a very young age I was singing, dancing already. I did gymnastics. I was very creative. So I think she knew, and she invested in me at a very young age, putting me in dance classes, repertory, singing lessons, flute lessons. So I think it was a given that I was going to do this, because my brain is not really wired for politics. I have a very creative mind, and I don't know if I can run a country.
So how is your mom, by the way guys, her mom is Katrina Ponce in Manila. How is your mom supporting you with this?
Oh, she encourages me. She encourages me to do what I want to do, what I love to do. So, and that means a lot. Getting the support and encouragement from my family.
Are you with a recording company based right now?
No.
Ano yung plans?
As of right now, I have no plans to be signed for a record deal, because I want to have full creative control over my artist project, and I also want to own my masters 100%. But if the right opportunity presents itself for a publishing deal or for a distribution deal, I'm open. Yes.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Here's Ray Pumano.
definitely. When I speak, it's if I was to talk to you like this in Tagalog, it's kind of broken, but I understand completely. And I can try my hardest to speak Tagalog.
Sample.
Wala ko masyadong pa. Tatlong words na. Pero have you thought of joining any international singing competition like in America, in UK? Have you crossed?
I was actually approached by maybe about 2-3 months ago, America's Got Talent. I was approached by them, but I don't think it's the right time. If the right opportunity presents itself, most likely, maybe The Voice, I don't know yet. But yeah, it's been on my mind.
It's been on your mind.
Yes.
Okay, if you were to choose which network would you like to appear in, ano ito? And what shows? Here. And what shows? Meron nasa tapos
Tiana, we have friends from the media from all over here.
Growing up, I think I watched a lot of, what I would see on the television is ASAP, sometimes Eat Bulaga. Those are really the only ones that I'm familiar with, because I know that those are where people sing, right?
Musical variety shows.
Yes. So those are really the only ones that I am aware of. Yeah.
So between the two.
I'm open. I'm very open. Yes.
Okay. Sino sa mga artists natin ngayon, mga female and male singers, ang gusto mong makakolab and makaduet na live performance?
I know Tiana, and we've been talking about getting in the studio together. Tiana Valentine, getting in the studio together because she lives in LA as well. So I see her often. You know, the Filipino community in LA is very small, so we see each other quite a bit. Jess Connolly, you know, I really like her sound. I'm very familiar with her management team as well. And there's one guy signed to Careless. His name's Messiah, who's very good. Yes.
Okay, last question.
Yes.
Sino mga local actors natin ang medyo kilig sa'yo? That gives you...
Kinikilig ka.
Hindi crush. Makes you
You know, ever since getting a boyfriend, I don't really look at men like that. So I don't know if I have an answer for you. None. Very loyal. I'm very loyal.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Umiinit na mga tanong. I love it. Gising tayo this Friday. Thank you po. Thank you. Who else would like to ask? Okay, go ahead po.
Hi.
So you mentioned earlier, you write songs from experience.
Yeah.
So you really slow it down today, right?
Yes.
So what's your inspiration?
Inspiration for slow down.
Yeah, what's your inspiration?
When I wrote that, I was in a very secure time in my life. And I just wanted to write from the feeling of being content with someone and being happy with who you're with and just wanting to be in the moment and just wanting to slow down time. So that's kind of how it came out, yeah.
For my last question, who are your musical inspiration?
So many. I'm glad you asked. I grew up listening to a lot of 2000s, early 90s R&B. So SWV, TLC, Aaliyah, Tamia, Brandy, Monica, Sierra. Present day, I listen to a lot of Victoria Monet, Snow Allegra, Kehlani, Alex Isley, Jojo. Love Jojo, not Siwa. Jojo, normal Jojo.
Too late.
Not Jojo with a bogo. Normal Jojo. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, as you mentioned, Slow It Down just released today po. So please support it. It's now out on streaming platforms. And yes, Slow It Down po ang title. Thank you so much. It's also one of our official hashtags. Okay. Who else would like to ask some questions? It's Tiana. Okay po.
Jerry Kocher, do you know any Tagalog song? Considering that your Lola, Armida Sakirena, used to having that what we are special promoting Philippine songs.
I know Tadhana by heart.
My abdominal.
Yeah. That I know. Dati papatulan ang pagsiyong nagkulang tayong umaasa hilagat kalulang ikaw ang hatulan at bilang kalulang mo akong sasakit sa'yo.
More daw, more.
Because you can sing good guitar, which is I
can definitely learn it. I can learn it. I can do a little. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but I had a few videos playing or just some few live performances. So I can definitely do one.
What's your memory or any? What do you know about your Lola, Tita Mix?
Yes, so that's my grandmother's sister. I just always, during Christmas, New Year's, the whole family would be over, and I just always remember seeing her. I love seeing her interact with my grandfather as well. Nothing like a brother and sister bond.
So perhaps your experience during the Manila music scene?
I feel like this is really my first introduction in the music scene here. I performed back in 2019 at Xylo. I opened for A$AP Rocky, and since then I haven't really been home to collaborate, and I always wanted to, because I have garnered enough of a following in the US that I also want to showcase the Filipino talent. So I wanted this to be my introduction to the music industry here. So I have yet to really experience so much of it, but this is definitely the first step.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Jerry. Again, she's promoting Filipino talent in the US while being an independent artist, which is no joke. So I hope we will all support Tiana. Who else would like to ask? Go ahead.
Hi.
Congratulations on your new single.
Thank you.
Since you don't have a showbiz crush, I think you have a favorite actor, Filipino actor or actress. Do you have any? Since you want to enter acting.
I'm very close friends with Mika Javier.
Oh.
Yes, and she's great. We always talk about the different teleseries she's done, and she's obviously shown me a few videos of herself. And she's a very, very talented actress. Yes.
How about any actor? Do you want to be paired with when you work on an acting project?
No one in particular. I know love teams are very big here, but I feel like that definitely has its own niche. I don't know if there's anyone that I would like to be paired with, but I did go to school with Donnie. Yes, so I just know him. He's a good actor, but again, it's not like a love team situation at all. He's just a very talented guy.
Aside from being a good actor and talented guy, what do you admire most about Donnie?
I went to high school with him. We had somewhat of the same friend group. He was raised in a very, very humble household. All the Pangilinan, they were very nice. Yeah, all of them.
Thank you very much and good luck on your career.
Thank you. Hi.
Channel 1. Ano ba talaga ang target market mo? Ang US o ang Philippines?
I think it can be both. I do believe that there is a way to target all markets. I don't know if I want to pick a specific country. It's more so I just want to target my demographic, 15 to 25-year-olds, because I think that my music is very relatable. So I think that people can relate to it all over the world.
Wala kang palak already ng teatro since you've been in repertoire Philippines, di ba? Para palawakin pa yung theater experience mo tulad ng ibang kamag-anak.
I would love to. If the right opportunity presents itself, I definitely would. You know, my roots are also musical theater. I went to school for it. I did repertory as a kid. So if the right opportunity presents itself, I definitely would look into it.
Curious lang ako. Nag-try mo bang kumanda ng classical music na mga ng lola mo?
No, I haven't yet.
Siya ginusto.
But it is something that I would like to explore.
And one last question. Bakit mo katagal yung time frame na binibigay mo sa sarili mo to penetrate the world, especially with your kind of music?
You know,
Sa tingin mo, ready na ba ang mga players sa ganyang klase na pop R&B?
I definitely think so. I think that there is a market for pop R&B anywhere in the world, and I think that it's definitely being explored here. I don't know if there's a timeline because I want to be making music for as long as I can. And, you know, a lot of the people that I look up to, you know, Snow Allegra, Doja Cat, Lizzo, they're all in their 30s and they just made it big. You know, so I'm only 24. I have so much time ahead of me.
Isa nilang talaga. Sa tingin mo malaking advantage na you came from the early line para ma-boost ang iyong singing career sa Philippines?
I don't think it made it easier. I think I have the same opportunity as anyone because it's so easily accessible to release music now. You don't have to be signed to a label. You don't need to find a distributor.
Especially with the social media.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that I have the same opportunities just as anyone that wanted to make music.
Congratulations, you're good, I feel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Hey.
Hi, Tiana. And, first of all, thank you very much for giving a fresh spin to Lucky from this piece. How did that arrangement came about?
I was on YouTube and I came across Yeba's version of Lucky. I love Yeba and I wanted to put a little bit more emphasis to it. So I got inspiration from hers and then I just did my own little thing and then it became that.
Okay. What are the things you feel like you're most lucky about? And getting from the lyrics of the song that says, you cry tears at night. What are the things that make you cry? First things that you feel that you're most lucky about?
I had a very rough start in the beginning of my career. I was with a management team that kind of took control over me. I couldn't really make any of my own decisions. So there was a lot of times where it's cliche. I wanted to quit music. I wanted to stop doing it. It's a very cutthroat market, or just industry as a whole, you know? So, things like that, make me cry. The things people say too. But, I try to not let that get in my head anymore. Now that I'm older, experience more, I guess you could say I'm a little wiser. Because when I first started making music, I was 17, 18. I didn't really know much, especially the music business. But now that I also went to school for it, I feel like I have more of a backbone and I can also make my own decisions. But those are definitely the things that made me cry. I was also very stubborn and very frustrated in the beginning of my career because I'm like, oh, why is this not working? Why is nothing working out? But all good things take time.
What are the things that you're most lucky about?
Oh, the things that I'm most lucky about. I can go on and on. I'm very, very lucky to have a very supportive family and friends. I'm also very lucky to have had the faith that I have in God, because that also gets me through a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there questions? Yes, Sir Robert Smaldito.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Miss Tiana.
Hi.
Di ba may accent ako? At dito, you look much younger than your age. And just beautiful as your mom. Your mom is here also.
Got it from her.
I love your music. Ang ganda ng boses mo because diba, marami ang nag-pretend to be R&B. But when you did your covers kanina, ang ganda. Ibig sabihin you're a very good singer.
Thank you.
You're a very good singer. I read in your bio that it was much easier for you to penetrate California than UK.
Yes.
Yes. Why is it so?
I think what it is, I did grow up to a lot of UK music. UK, I don't know what is in the air over there, but the R&B is very soul. It's very like soul driven, as opposed to US R&B. There's a lot of trap influences now and pop influences. So I think the style of music that I make is a little bit more California R&B, as opposed to like UK R&B, which is very, very soul.
Pang-Hollywood ka talaga. Pang-Hollywood talaga yung content actually. Kasi ang UK, parang very theater, di ba? Very an-image kasi ng
I can see that. I can see them being a little bit more animated as well.
Yeah. So you're staying here for a while? Are you staying for a while?
I'm here for another week.
For a week?
I've been here already for 3 weeks.
Okay.
About 3 weeks. But we went straight up north to Cagayan. So I was there for 5 days.
Are you doing shows now? Do you have shows in the US? Mga solo shows
Yes,
now?
yes. I do a lot of shows there. I do about one a month. This year so far, I've already had 5 shows in LA.
Oh, ayun. Kaya abangan natin na maging superstar ka sa States. That carry mo naman yan, yung Filipino talent.
Yeah, I mean, my goal is, I know there's a lot of Phil-ams in the industry, but there's not a lot of Filipinos that are from the Philippines that are really, really doing it. And so, God willing, you know, my goal is to be the first Filipino headliner at Coachella, or you know, the first Filipino songwriter of the year. You know, and that is my goal, because I always like to rep the Philippines. In my music videos, you'll always see, you know, Easter eggs about the Philippines. I'll put, I mean, I don't think it's playing, but in a few music videos, I had one where everyone was wearing jerseys, and the number that I put was 6'3", because that's the area code. So there's little things like that that I'll put, you know, in my cover art, my music. So.
And after all, you have established a good connections with Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Good luck and good luck. I love your music.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Robert.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tiana. Tiana, sorry. Oh, what's up? Yeah, you're scheduled to perform on your Wish Bus on Monday. How excited about you?
I'm really excited. I did an interview with Wish USA that came out about 2 weeks ago, but obviously Wish is from the Philippines, so I wanted to come here and do the Wish Bus. So I'm excited to do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're now down to our last 3 questions. So if you have questions, now is the time to grab the mic. Don't be shy. Yes? Sino po mga may tanong kay Tiana? Okay, while we wait for them to gather to muster up their courage, Tiana,